Welcome. You are now listening to Click Click Play. Please enjoy.
Fight!
Hello and welcome to Click Click Play 95. This is the 95th episode of Click Click Play. That's why it's called Click Click Play 95. And, well, yeah, here we are. I'm Biggest Bennis. And joining me, as always, he's been on a car ride today, singing Snake Eater at his girlfriend. Sorry, his wife. I'm sorry, at his wife. It's Jordan Reese.
Yo, motherfuckers, what's up?
Sorry, I just doxed your full name there. That was very bad of me.
Oh, that's the end of me then.
Yeah, no one will ever be able to find him.
In post.
How are you all doing, Jordan?
Yeah, all good, man. All good, all good, all good. Raring to go. How are you?
Good. Have you seen our beautiful new look to the podcast?
No, I haven't. Should I?
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
Yeah.
Bricks and stuff.
we've got brick wall.
Okay.
Got this
Is
podcast.
that Trump's wall or is it?
No, this is more solid. This is a solid. We're a solid podcast. Speaking of Trump, I just saw that apparently he was found out after all that 2 years of investigation, no collusion apparently.
I've always said he's a good guy.
We'll get him on his taxes anyway. Mellom, the other guy you can hear, the one with the funny accent, it's Mellom Mannen.
Yes, it's me. I'm the Italian.
You can tell someone's
Sound
good.
racist now, don't I?
Oh, there she is. Oh, say hello from us. Give
Dog and the wife.
her a wave.
Oh, give her a what?
Give her a snake eater. So yeah, you can tell someone's good at English when they can do accents in it. How is so? How
I'm brilliant.
How have you been, Mellom? You had
I've been good.
you went to a party today, didn't you?
Yeah, it was really crazy. Me and my grandmother went out to eat.
Nice. Did she do any
Crazy party.
snake eating?
Oh, I'm not gonna tell her.
Where have you been, Jordan?
Took the in-laws out for lunch.
Oh, very kind
Really
of you.
exciting the show, isn't it?
Yeah, where did you go? What did you have?
Sunday lunch. I had lamb.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. Brilliant. This is
And
top.
Yorkshire pudding.
Yo, Yorkshire puddings. We love Yorkshire puddings.
Good content.
Hello to everyone in the chat as well. We've got Baltimore. Brenda is celebrating because Germany are beating the Netherlands. Krisan, hello. Riku, hello. And Astral. Yes, the Netherlands. Did you watch the football yesterday, Jordan?
I didn't get to see the association football yesterday. No.
No.
Stop. We're not allowed to talk about football in this.
What happened then?
I'm gonna quit this podcast.
Brilliant.
What's the headline?
I don't know. Did Wales win? I know you're into Wales and that.
Did we play football yesterday?
I don't know. Maybe not.
What are you referring to?
I don't know. The England match. Oh, Mellom's gone. Mellom's just left. It's like, screw this football talk. Oh, well. There he is. He's back. Okay, yeah. So, have you been up to anything, Jordan? Anything exciting lately?
No.
No? All right.
No more
Mellom,
brunches or awesome stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
Mellom, anything exciting in your life?
No,
Well,
I'm boring as always.
We need Andre for this bit because he's living in New York and just doing crazy shit every day.
Yeah.
He has a life.
I started watching another couple of movies this week.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
What's that?
Johnny English.
Fuck you, man.
Are these just films that you find in your local library or something?
Johnny English.
What makes you select these films?
Oh, it's got to be suitable for teenagers to watch. So I'm watching with some kids.
You watch it in work, do you?
Oh yeah. I get paid to watch good movies.
See, that's not as bad because, like you said, you're getting paid.
Yeah.
It's like
Johnny
when I go
English.
for a poo in work and I think like, brilliant, I got paid for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I used to do that in that same workplace as you as well. And then
Don't do it excessively.
yeah. Then I went to. Then I'm also watching Minions for the. I think it's the second. It might be the third time.
It's okay, but not good enough. Yeah, there's so many good movies you haven't watched. Why can't you just see the good ones?
Because like every movie, we started watching Police Academy, which I watched with a class, and I was just horrified at how much like filth is in that.
Yeah, and it's horrible.
Like it's
Like what?
it's a kid. It's aimed at kind of young teenagers, and there's one where there's the prostitute sucking off the old police commander dude at the podium while he's giving a talk. I'm like, this is really inappropriate. I can't be showing this to people. I need to turn this off.
But that's actually the best part of the whole.
Not kids, Brenda,
franchise.
but they were like teenagers, but still, they was like, that's really inappropriate. Should have watched this.
Come on.
Ah,
You know, blowjobs isn't just for English-speaking countries. They've got it in the foreign lands as well.
yeah.
Fellatio.
Did you know
Foreign
apparently
word.
if it
Blowjob.
what would you say a Frenchie is, Jordan? So if you give someone a Frenchie,
I gave someone a friend.
yeah,
I'm guessing that's when you kiss with tongues.
yeah, but apparently in Spain, I think, and maybe some other countries, it's ham shandy. You know, it's a
Oh,
there you go. It might even be a blowjob. I'm not sure.
better work that out quick.
Yeah, well, I think if you get one of them,
I
yeah,
love how I always learn something new on this podcast.
yeah,
Amazing.
What's a Dutch? He says Gito. Well, a Dutch oven. You know what a Dutch oven is? Do you know what a Dutch
No,
oven is,
please tell
Mellom?
me.
You know
I
it.
have no idea.
Really?
Oh,
You don't know?
what is it?
You know, Jordan, don't you?
No, I don't know that.
Oh wow, Dutch oven is when you fart under the covers and then you lift the covers over your partner's head and like.
Disgusting. Why your
Wait,
partner? Why does that have to be your partner?
well, who else is going to be in bed with you, Jordan?
You could do it to yourself. You can put yourself in the oven.
But that's nice. You like your own brand.
Oh, that's grim.
Yeah. Well, or whoever's in bed with you.
I hate this episode.
Fucking-
This is one of the worst episodes.
Whoever's in bed with
Yeah.
you, fucking Michael Jackson over here. All right. Shall we go into the games?
Just my
Games
friends.
times.
Time to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. All about control. And if you can take it, all about your debt. And if you can play it, it's all about pain. And who's gonna make it?
What games are you playing, you complete set of bastards, you? Games, not really any good games came out this week. Division. Been playing a bit more of Division 2. Still a great game. Jordan, what have you been playing?
The thing is, I don't think we've had an episode. Well, did you talk about Division on your Twitch show?
Very brief. Actually, yeah, no, that was just very brief. Very brief when we talked
Yeah,
about
we haven't
Division.
really got into that one, have we?
No,
So let's.
we could get into that.
Yeah.
We'll save the best for last. Tetris 99. Go on then. So
I get the sense you're cooling off on the Division, but maybe we'll get to that. Yeah, I played like, I don't know, just under 30 hours of the Division, which I
mhm.
think is enough for me. I really like it. I think it's good. When I played the beta and I came on the show, I was quite negative on it. It's quite disappointing.
Yeah, me too.
think-
Me too.
Yeah, I think those points still stand. It's not as much of an improvement as I wanted, or not as kind of, I don't know, revolutionary as I wanted. But from playing it, there's a breadth to that game of quality and
Yeah.
and kind of content that I wasn't expecting. And I think, yeah, it is very much more of the Division, but it's a lot more of it, an impressive amount of it, in fact, and also a lot of kind of quality of life things, and just like the combat encounters and stuff like that, and the enemies that you're fighting, like that's a really hard game, like really
Yeah.
difficult. And the sometimes cover-based third-person combat isn't the most interesting thing, but I really enjoyed the encounters and the kind of again, it's a little bit hokey, the places that they take you, but sometimes it's quite fun. You're fighting through like a space shuttle exhibit and stuff like that. It doesn't
Yeah.
seem to take itself too seriously. So
I was
I've
kind of
enjoyed my time with it.
I was thinking when they said Washington, I was like, okay, there's the White House, there's the Capitol building, and what else is there? They've done a really good job of of having some missions taking place in museums, so you get some really exciting, like really interesting areas. Like you're going through a jungle at one point, like a jungle exhibit. And apparently, it's really, really accurate. Like these museums and stuff, you can go in there, and somebody said that they knew their way around the level based on the fact that they've been to the museum a few times, so they were walking around. I'd quite like to go through all the levels again solo, because I went through them all as a group just to kind of get through it. Go through them all solo and kind of just like take pictures, because there's some really cool views and areas. Have you finished the game?
I think I'm like one main mission away.
Oh, because that's probably one of the best. Have you done the strongholds
Is
yet?
it?
So you've done two
No.
strong. Oh, okay. So you probably got one. Yeah, when you get to level 30, well, when you get to level 26, you unlock the first stronghold. There's a stronghold at level 26, 28, and 30. They're like a bit harder, bit longer, bit tougher missions. The last one takes place in the Capitol building, and you get to like have a fight in the Congress room, whatever it's called.
That just doesn't appeal to me at all. Like,
See, as a
just-
politics nerd, it's amazing. Love it.
it's just silly. But yeah, like I said, I've put like, I don't know, 28 hours into it or something. I kind of feel like I've had my fill. Obviously, there's going to be a long tail on this game. They're going to put a lot of content out, so maybe I'll go back to it at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like really enjoying myself, and then I finished a particular mission, and there was nothing wrong with the mission. I enjoyed it, and then I don't know, so something inside me kind of snapped, and I said, okay, that's enough Division. I don't want to play that anymore.
Yeah.
And obviously, we'll go on to the next game, I guess, in a sec. But something else has come out now, which is really kind of dragging me in. So that doesn't bode well for the Division. I'm kind of put that away. But I am impressed with it, and it seems like it's out of all these big kind of games as a service launches that we've seen recently, it's definitely the smoother, most competent that I've seen. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Schluter.
Well, you just said it. It's a shooter looter game, loot shooter, Schluter. But yeah,
I forget who said this, but I thought it was a really good point, and it kind of ties into the fact that I hate the fact that your base is the White House. It seems like a bad move to put you in the White House to start with, because surely that's what you should be built. That should be your reward at the end, surely. Like that should be what you build up to, and then that's your cool base that you get towards the end of the game, not something that you start in. So that was quite on point.
Yeah. I like the fact that that's where all the communication stuff is. Like, it's the base of where you can restart the whole network. And
imagine if you unlock the White House, like as part of that's the last mission, is to retrieve the White House. Surely that makes more. That's a bit like dramatic sense.
Well, that's like Congress. Yeah, your Congress is a much bigger area where you can have a massive mission in. It's a really cool. The Capitol building is a really cool mission. It's got some really decent views in there. But I'm not cool enough, really. I'm not playing it as much as I was addicted to it. I've put 50.
You played a lot.
55 hours. I put 55 hours in.
Wow.
I've not played in a couple of days. Well, I've been playing for because if you play for 30 consecutive days and do a mission, and an hour of these 30 consecutive days, you get this commendation. And today, I'm about 12. No, I think I'm 13 days into this 30, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to deliberately not play the game today, so it resets to 0, and I'm not playing it because I'm forcing myself to, because otherwise I will dislike it. If the second I feel like I'm forcing myself to play a game, I automatically hate it, no matter how great it is.
Sounds like a good thing to do.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the gameplay. I'm max level. I'm actually further than max levels. Like, the drops go up to 450 in tier 4. So when you finish the game, they put you into the game gets taken over. Yeah, John might come back in 2 minutes, because there's a few little spoilers. When you finish the game, another faction comes and takes over the whole map again, and then to get from one tier to another, you have to get a higher gear score, and you have to do 2 or 3 missions. I think it's 2 missions and a stronghold, and then that'll clear that area of the map. So there's 3 areas, and then you go to the next tier where the enemies are all tougher. Do exactly the same, and then do the same the third time, and eventually the map's cleared. But you're on tier 4 where the enemies are really tough. There's just so much to do. But yeah, I've reached the cap, and there doesn't seem to be any of these classified sets of gear which you got in tier 5 in the Division 1. So I might just wait a little bit, play a little. I'm going to be playing it, on and off until they release tier 5. As soon as tier 5 comes out, I'm going to go back to it and try and get a really nice loadout. And they've still got the raid coming out. There's something called Tidal Basin, another big stronghold.
How many is it in one raid?
8. So feel free to get the game, Mellom, and you can join us, because it's going to be tough trying to find 8 people, I think. Although I set up a biggest clanus.
Everybody's playing it now.
Yeah, I'm really surprised, because there are negatives at it. I would say negatives are there are glitches, definite. They're fixing them quickly, but there are still quite a lot more left.
There's no game-breaking glitches, are there?
Not anymore. There were kind of. Yeah, there was that.
So my special ability was broken for a good couple of days, which isn't ideal considering how difficult the game is. Probably made me better, made me more of a man.
Yeah, you don't need those abilities. It's brilliant. No, I set up a clan as well, and I set up the clan on the day the game, like the morning the game came out, and just left it open. And the maximum number of people you can have is 50, and in like within a couple of days we were at max 50. So we're getting like all these clan reward XP, and yeah, there's so much more than there was in Division 1, loads more. And yeah, the game seems to be really well received as well.
But when you say loads more, is it more loot, or is it more different stuff to do, or what is it more of?
Different. Well, there's definitely different stuff to do. You've got bounties now. You can go around hunting people. They're bugged as well. You should see them. Every time you click on the person who you're searching, they don't have any guns, and their arms are like up in the air. I've shown you that that video. It's a little bit glitched, but now when you finish the game, you unlock like 3 different specializations. They've advertised this. This has been on their YouTube, so you know it's nothing new. But you can unlock whether sharpshooter is like the sniper speciality. There's demolitionist, or yeah, something like that, where you've got a grenade launcher that explodes on impact. And then there's another one with a crossbow. I don't exactly know what it is, but I saw somebody using it, and they seemed to shoot somebody with his crossbow, and then the person turned on their own side and started shooting them. So that seemed really cool. But you unlock like a skill tree and unlock certain abilities for that class, which it just opens up a brand new game when you finish it.
Yeah. But
yeah, it's a really good game, really fun. I'm enjoying the scenery a lot more than I thought I would before the game. So it's a really cool area, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do, especially if there's going to be loads of free DLC, because that's the only thing, kind of run out of content. You don't want to be doing the same thing again and again, which you find you do like all the time, especially with something like Destiny. So there seem to be going to be adding lots of free DLC content, and yeah, I'm going to be going back to it a lot, I think.
Is there anything in there at launch? I haven't seen it yet, and I don't think it is there, but anything like equivalent to the survival mode, not necessarily that exactly, but anything kind of that breaks away from what you do in that main campaign.
No.
There's a bit rinse, repeat, gunfight.
No, but there is the PvP, which that was DLC in Division 1, so you can have 4 on 4.
Okay, so there was PvP in Division 1, but it was DLC.
Yeah, or it came out much later. I don't know if it was free DLC or not, but yeah, so there's like this 4v4, which I've not won a single round on. I've played like 8 matches and lost every single one.
How does that work? Do they like section off parts of the map and you fight within it, or?
As far as I'm aware, they're totally new maps. Like there's one next to a stadium. They're very small, and yeah, you've just got to kind of. It's a little bit broken at the moment because people who've got the sharpshooter classification are just like one-shotting people, so it's pretty kind of, if you've got that, then I should really have done that actually. I might have actually got a few kills, but yeah, so it's just like 4v4. You go around, you can finish them when you down them or kill them. It's just PvP, but everyone seems to be just pros at that game. So I don't know if I'm.
What's the feel on that PvP stuff? Are people liking it, or is it just kind of an extra mode?
I think it's like an extra mode to have a bit of, play something different. And I suppose if you've got 3 friends and you want to go and just practice together, you can do it.
Yeah. So is there like a loot grind associated with that? Do you get rewards and stuff?
Yeah, you get rewards because you've got your own level, I think, for that, and you get certain like rewards as you level up. But I haven't seen any kind of daily missions for that, whereas there are in the Dark Zone. So I unlocked all the Dark Zone, went in there with a couple of friends. We went and killed a few people, got destroyed by 2 people. I'm not sure if they were hacking or whether they were just absolute pros, but yeah. Oh, you get a cash for winning, says Krisan. I wouldn't know that because I haven't won a single match yet. I get murdered every single time I play it by these people that are really good. But yeah, it's there's so much to do. Like, yeah, if you want to play some Division, you'll always find something. You could just do so many different activities. You go on a bounty hunt, you could go and do a mission with a group or on your own, on hard, like challenging difficulty, which really is challenging, or just normal if you want to breeze through it. You can go in the underground area looking for these keys that open up special locks and strongholds you can go do. You've got control points, so many different like side mission things you can, there's just endless amount of stuff, and they're all quite good. It's not just, content for content's sake. They seem to have actually thought about it.
I struggle to think of one of these games that's managed to launch and the narrative hasn't turned sour in a week or 2 because the end game is fairly limited. Doesn't feel like that's going to happen with this game just because, like I said, the breadth of the content.
They're also waiting as well to release to to release their tier 5. So the moment the max level is tier 4, and tier 5 is like the end game. So I imagine that'll be where the raid is. There's another stronghold that's currently locked, and maybe gear sets and like exotic weapons. So there's loads more they've got planned as well. I imagine.
Yeah, good for them. I think my worry was from the beta. I was like, have they just made the game again, but without as much polish and without as much attention? Because I thought the first game was really well put together, but actually I don't think it is that. I think they have put a lot of thought into this one. They just didn't want to mess with the formula too much. So fair play to them. I'm glad he's doing well. I don't think I'll play a lot more of it. We'll see what happens with the post DLC stuff, but yeah, like I said, 30 hours is fine for me for a game like that.
They fixed the thing where people can join in now. So if I could join you, and apparently there was an error where people who were higher level, they could join in with lower level people, and it would boost up the lower people's attack, but it wouldn't boost their defense. So they were just getting one shot all the time. But that's been fixed.
Saw that, didn't we? When you came into my game, like I could take guys down, but if they shot me, I was completely fucked.
Yeah,
I'm surprised we got through those couple of missions that we did, to be honest. But when we did complete that one mission, I went up 3 levels, so it was definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
game.
It is a good game, and this will be on my top 10, I imagine, at the end of the year. Another game that might be on my top 10 later this year. Tetris 99.
Hello.
Fucking love it.
Hello.
Mellom, we're just getting this out of the way so Mellom can... yeah.
It's the same fucking game.
It's not. It's Tetris, Battle Royale. It's Tetris 99. So 99 people playing it. And when you eliminate lines, it sends those lines to other people. You can choose who you send it to eliminate them. And it's a Battle Royale. Tetris Battle Royale. It is. It's brilliant. And I got 5th place. I was so happy. So good. And also last night...
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Like I've got nowhere near that.
Who on earth would have, like... It's like one of those joke things. Oh, you'll be having a Battle Royale Tetris next. And then somebody went, oh, there's an idea. Yeah, why don't we do that? And it's free, so it's free if you've got the Nintendo Online, whatever it's called. So, it's a kind of a reason to get that, which is nice.
It's been a bit of a killer app for that thing, because I've just heard from so many people who are just on the fence about the online stuff. Because to be fair, like I need to have the Nintendo Online because I main that console for Rocket League, and obviously there's Smash Bros on there, so I get my use out of that. 20 quid a year or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I don't use the NES stuff, so I certainly wouldn't do it if it wasn't for Smash Bros and Rocket League. And I think a lot of people who don't play Rocket League and Smash on there have kind of said, actually, why would I buy this service? But now that there's a Tetris Battle Royale game, they're picking it up.
It's really addictive. Just like, oh, one more game.
I just love the visual design of the game. I just think it's clever. Probably isn't the right word, because I don't know how else you would do it. But just the fact that works, and it works on the smaller screen as well.
And the music is just like it pump when it's the final 50, it goes like twice the speed, and then the top 15, I think, or top 10 or so, it just goes crazy.
Fuck that. Makes me so tense. I just like watching matches. I normally go out within like the first, I don't know. I don't think I've ever got over 50. So
really,
I just like watching it after that, and I just imagine it like a thermonuclear war. Everyone's getting destroyed.
It looks so simple, but it's so difficult to play.
Yeah, when you're in the top, so I keep getting over top 50. Like I'd say 28, 29's usually. Like if I'm having a good match, I'll finish there. But yeah, this one match I got to 5th, and I was just like I was going insane. I was just like doing the constant spinning, so it wasn't dropping, and so I wouldn't just quickly eliminate because it goes down so fast later. But yeah, managed to get 5th. I'm super happy with that. I'll never win one of those because there's just pros that play it, and they've all got their the ways of completing it and things like that. But last night I decided to treat myself and played some. I was very drunk. Played quite a lot of Tetris Effect. Loved that. That's a good drunk game.
Playing two Tetris games in the same week. That's pretty crazy.
It was great.
They're such different experiences, though. To be fair,
complete opposite. Although Tetris Effect, I played this. It was a chill marathon where every time you died, it just reset it and like continued. Not reset it, but just like reset the board and continued. So, and it was to 150. You had to clear 150 lines, but after about 80, it was dropping really quickly. So I wasn't relaxing. Yeah. Anyway, that's Tetris Effect, Tetris 99. Tetris 99, if you've got a Switch, play it because it's brilliant and addictive. And what is it, Mellom? Say.
It's the same fucking game.
There we go. Okay, go on, Mellom. Tell us what games you've been playing. You've been playing Satisfactory?
I have,
Ooh.
and yeah, I'm really getting into it. It's super fun.
Did that
It's a
code?
bit more.
Oh, sorry. Did that code I give you? Was that just for the beta, or did it give you the full game as well?
I'm not sure. I haven't played it in like a week.
Oh, okay. Because it came out properly, I think, this week.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna check it out again. But yeah, it feels super cool to play like first person Factorio. It's a bit more difficult to like having an overview of the whole thing, of course, because you're in first person and you're used to that. And after a while, it gets really complicated and a lot of stuff. So like when you're playing Factorio, it's really easy to see like where the fault is and where you need to add more speed and where you need to add more resources. It's a lot more difficult in this one, but I'm sure they're also gonna like add some more data on it, so you can get more data. And but yeah, I think this game is like, it's never gonna be a hit.
No,
I don't think so, but I think it's gonna introduce a lot more people to the genre, more than Factorio.
Yeah.
And so I think this game is gonna have a like decent amount of players, and it's also gonna make a lot of people play Factorio.
I've never played Factorio. Do you recommend it?
Oh, it's a brilliant game.
Yeah. Oh, I might have to check it out. But yeah, this one, Satisfactory, a lot of people seem to be loving it.
Yeah.
So what?
So I don't think I heard anybody dislike it when they actually play it.
Have you ever played that, Jordan?
Factorio,
Yeah.
very briefly. I'd love to get into it. I think I'd probably love it if I learned it. But it didn't start the way that I expected.
Super time consuming.
Yeah, I didn't expect to start as one guy and have the whole crafting thing around it. That kind of turned me off. But when I see people who are playing it properly, I'm like, yeah, I'd love to have a factory running like that and maintain it. That seems really good. But just a lot of work to get there, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit overwhelming to start a new game after you finish one.
All right. Any other games, Mellom?
I haven't played any new games. I'm keep chilling with Minecraft, building and doing stuff.
Have you played any of the new Apex season? Because the new, wasn't it the Battle Pass of Apex came out?
Oh yeah. I got the Battle Pass, and it's been good. It's like the Battle Pass doesn't add anything for me.
No, it doesn't look that good, really.
I was hoping for like a leaderboard and stuff. What is that noise? Is it only for me?
I can hear it as well.
That's probably me. I live by a train station. I'll mute while
Okay.
I thought the fire alarm was going off. I was like, careful, Jordan.
Yeah, and like the Battle Pass, it doesn't add much. There's some the one thing I like about it that they took from Fortnite is that you get like coins. So you buy one Battle Pass, and if you don't spend anything, you will get all the other ones for free.
I'm tempted to get the Battle Pass.
I like that.
I'm tempted to get the Battle Pass and change my location to Belgium. Have you seen? So like in Belgium, they don't give you any of these rewards because they all look a bit trash, but they give you crafting materials so you can make your own. So if you complete the Battle Pass, if you complete the Battle Pass, you can like pretty much choose I don't know how much it gives you, but yeah, you can like choose your own skins.
That's cool.
Yeah, and apparently a lot of people like changing their EA account to Belgium to get that.
Oh.
Yeah, because they've banned. Oh, they say that.
Yeah, they
boxes
banned loot boxes in Belgium.
Yeah.
Isn't it first country?
Yeah.
That did that?
Yeah, like every time they release something, they have to do it totally different in Belgium. I can't wait to see what the Tetris 99 Battle Pass looks like. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I'm
flat.
still enjoying Fortnite. It's no, Fortnite.
Wow.
Apex. Fortnite is also good, but not my cup of tea.
I got the Fortnite Battle Pass last night. I was drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might
Yeah.
play a bit tonight later after the wrestling.
Sounds good.
Mm.
Wait a minute, what wrestling's on tonight?
BBW.
All right. I was worried then. I thought maybe it was WrestleMania.
Oh, WrestleMania.
When's WrestleMania?
2 weeks.
2 weeks
Are
away.
you going to be watching it live, Jordan?
No.
Oh, you should join us because we're doing a watch long party.
No.
Yeah, the
Take that as a
rewards,
maybe.
Rob, I wasn't impressed. I was super hoping for like, because they made like a super cool final skin, and it's for a gun. I can't remember the name, but the gun is really boring. Nobody uses it. It's like one of the energy guns. But I like. Why didn't they instead just embrace the meme and make like a super cool skin for Mozambique?
Yeah.
That would be. I would love that. That would be so much cooler.
They keep going on about that meme though. I don't know if they might over-egg it a bit. They're always talking about
know.
it. Yeah. Well, they might.
Yeah, but I'm just mean, why make a super cool skin for a boring gun instead of just a bad one? Because nobody is using that other gun either, just because it's boring.
Yeah. You played any Apex, Jordan?
Very briefly when it came out, just to kind of get a feel for what it is.
Nice. All right then. So there's another game that came out this week. Sekiro. That's how you pronounce it. Sekiro.
Sekiro.
Yeah. Go on then, Jordan. What do you think?
I am dick deep right now in Sekiro.
Lovely.
Just oh my god, like it's just one of those things where like I'll if I have to go and do normal life stuff, I'm constantly thinking about the game and equating real life situations to it. Yeah, I'm kind of at that point. You're
not leaving the house with a katana, are you?
No. But yeah, I'm just it's no surprise that I was going to really enjoy this game. There was a little bit of nervousness just based on the fact that one, Activision have got their hand in it, and two, they publish it, at least in the West, and two, the kind of lack of reviews. They didn't send out kind of early review copies. But saying that, we did see kind of reviews the day before, didn't we? There's no like, it kind of felt like a normal review cycle to me. So I'm not sure what that fuss was about. But yeah, it's reviewed really strongly, and from playing the game, I'm absolutely in love with it right now. Absolutely in love. It's for me, it's going to be another classic From Software game. And I was thinking about this earlier. Like I said, I think about this game a lot when I'm not playing it. Like what that studio is just pumping out the games, but also this such high quality. Like in this generation alone, we've had Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, and now Sekiro. Not to mention the remasters and stuff, which I'm not sure whether they would have handled in-house or kind of ported out. I assume they'd ported out. But to have like those three games are all fucking super high quality games, all in one generation, I think it's really impressive. Obviously, there's a lot of similarities between them, but still, like the world that they build and kind of the artistry that goes into it is incredible.
Yeah. What's how far into it are you?
Who's to say? So I've been playing it as much as I can since, when did it come out? Friday, I guess. But probably haven't put as much time as I wanted to. But I had a really good stretch yesterday. I put most of yesterday into it, and I've managed to put a good few hours into it today as well. I literally stopped playing it to come on this podcast. I was nearly late because I was fighting a big ninja dude. I didn't kill him, which put me in a bad mood. But yeah, if I had to put, this is the annoying thing about PlayStation, doesn't tell you how fucking long you've played. I'm not sure if there's anywhere in the game you can find out, but I don't know. I must be 20 hours into it, something like that.
Oh, nice.
Think. Maybe, yeah. But in terms of progress, like very difficult for me to say, obviously, because I'm assuming I'm ahead of you at this point. But anyway, even if I was to tell you I'm at this location or this boss, that doesn't necessarily mean anything either, because like with the previous games, you can be in a location that took you 10 hours to get to, and then somebody else might get there in 5 because they took a different route, or they didn't struggle with the boss or something like that. Interestingly, like I don't want to spoil anything for you, but like I've obviously I'm fairly far into it now, and earlier today I found a path which takes me right back to that starting place that we spent so much kind of time in when we were talking about it. So the world is kind of interconnected, like the other games as well.
I didn't think that would. I didn't think it would be like that because it seems quite
So,
linear so far. But linear with
it's
like
not at
branching
all.
paths a bit.
Really not.
Yeah.
So we were talking about that cave that you found, and there was that optional boss inside.
Yeah, fuck that dude. Yeah, I think it lasted about 10
turns out,
seconds.
if you explore that cave a little bit, there's a path.
Okay.
And if you if you just go down that path, there's a door, and that door will take you into a secret. Like there's a secret door in the world. So I've taken fucking hours to get to this door. And if you just carried on through that cave, you would have got to the place that I am now, basically.
Okay.
Which is really odd considering how long it fucking took me to get there.
So there's gonna be some
that's what I mean in
speedrunners.
terms of it's not linear at all. Well, I don't know, because I don't know what you need to do to finish the game. I assume there's just a critical path to it. I'm not sure whether this would speed you up at all, but yeah, kind of like the Souls games and a little bit like Bloodborne, there's definitely branches. Like it seems to be at any one time, there's always kind of two paths that I'm taking, and I'll get to a certain fight and I'm like, oh, okay, that's kicking my ass. I'm going to go and try and progress that other path now. But they're not like set story beats. It's just that I've got, sometimes there's 3, sometimes there's 2, sometimes there's 1, but there'll always be little branches that I'm exploring, and that kind of push as far as I can until I get stuck and then move to another one.
Yeah, there looked like to be another path as well. Like when you went, so in that area after the chain troll, with a area where you've got to go, and well, I killed quite a few people and that commander dude. Like you have to go down, but I was trying to get across that bridge that had broken, and I bet at some point you can go across there.
It looks like it, yeah. So again, typical From fashion. If you look around that world, so first of all, the world kind of tries to ground you in terms of where you've been and where you're going. So if you'll if you look across the distance, you'll see like buildings and things which have items on them, but they're like miles away. And you're like, I'm never going to get there, but you will get there at some point. And then sometimes you'll walk to a cliff edge and you look back and you're like, fuck, there's that like ravine that I was in for an hour earlier. It's just physically there in the world. It's just so impressive. We should probably tell people what this game is if they don't know, because I don't think we've done that yet. Do you want to do it or shall I?
You can. You're the one that knows all about it, so you can summarize it better, I think. Oh,
So
Mellom
this
should
definitely-
summarize it, because Mellom is you're a massive fan of these games, aren't you?
I am.
But you've not played it,
haven't
so you haven't been able to play it. But Mellom, from what you've seen?
Yeah, what's your understanding?
Oh, it looks amazing. I was super concerned when I saw you could like jump around and grapple and stuff when I first saw that. And I thought it was stupid because I loved how Bloodborne and Dark Souls are with like it's so you have only like back and forth and to the sides you can go. And I thought this next dimension would kind of mess up the formula, which is of course does, but it doesn't mess it up in a bad way, it seems. It just add layers, and they have to like keep they had to make it more speedy or faster, because now you're able to like get away in that third dimension with going up and down and stuff, and then they have to like add more speed for the core gameplay. So if you play it like the Dark Souls and Bloodborne and so on, you will die because you're not meant to play it just the same.
I think that's where I had a bit of a benefit.
Super cool.
I think I have a little benefit from that, from someone who's not played much of the Dark Souls and Bloodborne. Like there was the ogre. There's a thing called the Chained Ogre. He's like the second mini boss that you fight. And I was dying a little bit at the start, and then I was like, I'm going to try and jump. And I jumped every single attack that he hit me, and he didn't hit me once. I actually nearly killed myself twice because I was really bad at spatial awareness, kept jumping off a cliff. But like I was just like jumping his class, jumping pretty much every attack. And I looked at like online afterwards. I was like, how do people do that? And they were like, oh, you should dodge left, and you should go take it up here, and then you can get this firecracker thing because he hates fire, so you can do that. And I was like, oh, I just jumped everyone. Every single attack he tried, I managed to jump and then hit him because he'd fall over a lot of the time. So there are definitely different ways of completing the bosses. And as somebody who doesn't have kind of like a trained, this is how I play these Dark Souls games, so I'm kind of adapting it. I'm learning afresh.
Yeah, so it's like it's definitely, you'll probably find this as well, Mellom. Like your natural instinct when you're playing it is to use the dodge, and it's not like a roll in this one. It's kind of more just, I don't know, like a power shuffle.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of dodge left, right, and like if you just press circle in a Souls game, you'll kind of move backwards. In this one, you move forwards, which kind of illustrates how more aggressive this game is. There does seem to be there does seem to be invincibility frames to that dodge. You definitely can dodge weapons with it, but that is not the way to play this game. You'll get fucked up. Like it's all about. So you've still got your attack on R1. You don't have an heavy attack on R2 now. That relates to the kind of weapon that you're holding.
But you can
hold down R1. Yeah. So if you hold on R1, you do like a thrust hard attack. But your L1, that's your parry button essentially, and you just need to do that. Like I was worried with the whole grappling system and kind of going on rooftops and things. You'd be able to kind of cheese the game a little bit by going in, attacking, and then retreating. But you can't really do that because to kill an enemy, most of the time you need to kind of break down their stance, and that'll refill if you go away. So you really can't play it like that.
Yeah, I tried that with that guy that was in after the ogre. I went because he sneak up on him and you can like eliminate one of his lives, which we're going to talk about in a second. And then I was like, I'm gonna wait. And then so when he goes back to where he was and he's lost me, I'm gonna sneak behind him and just kill him. And and maybe you can if you sneak around some area. But the second he lost me, he went and got his second life back again. So I have to kind of work
to refill,
down.
doesn't it? That happened to me earlier on a bigger boss, and I was really, really gutted with that.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of chipping him down, kind of kiting him around an environment, and then I kind of went away to do something, came back, and he had all his health back. I'm like, fuck. But yeah, like it's just so fucking good. So from a mechanical standpoint, like the combat is really, really fun. It's animated incredibly. Like one of the big differences between this game and Dark Souls, gone are like the weird ragdoll physics that you had in Dark Souls, which are quite fun. Like when an enemy died, like the ragdoll would just completely reset and they'd be on the floor and you could like just walk over them and they'd spasm everywhere. That's totally gone now. When you kill an enemy, like they've got really intricate like facial animations and things as you kill them, and the camera kind of coolly zooms
brutal.
in. It's definitely a different beast. It's not trying to be a Souls game. I think that this is something they've been pretty clear they don't want to make any more Dark Souls games. But obviously they've made Bloodborne. This isn't like just kind of a Bloodborne type deal where it's okay, let's take that formula and repackage it into a different world. This is a very different game, obviously with some similarities. It's kind of it's more of an action game than an RPG now. Like it probably isn't an RPG at all, really. Like you don't create a character. Like it is far more character focused. So your character has a backstory. He will talk to people.
It does feel very different. There's no rusty keys inspecting, to get the lore. Like there's a lot there. You talk to people and they give you chats, and you've got cutscenes and stuff. Which is this the first? When I played Bloodborne, I played Dark Souls 3. I played the beginning. I'm pretty sure there wasn't an opening cutscene or like a cutscene like this.
There are.
Is there?
So like generally the way that Souls games will work is that you'll have a really epic opening cutscene.
Can't remember that.
You get like vaguely introduced to the world basically.
Yeah.
It's always about not how you die, but it's like vaguely telling you that you're dying and this is hell. But that's very easily explained. That's not what it is.
No.
But this one is, like I said, far more character driven, a lot more kind of cinematic stuff going on, a lot more dialogue. So the whole loop of Dark Souls where you kill enemies, you get a currency, you get enough of that, you can level up. That's gone essentially, which is that's a huge departure. Like that becomes a different experience. Then you've got something similar in place. So when you kill an enemy, you will get basically you've got like a kind of an XP type bar up in the top right corner of the screen. That'll fill up. If you die, you'll lose half of that each time that you die, and there's no way to reclaim it. So there's no kind of trying to get back to your death spot to reclaim that stuff. That just doesn't happen in this game. If that bar fills up, it'll bank 1 point. So once that bar fills up, it resets, and you'll have a 1 showing.
Yeah, I beat that.
Number 2, number 3.
I beat that big horsey dude, and I had like 99% of the bar, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to kill somebody to get that. I'm gonna have to kill somebody to get that. And I was like, if I die, luckily I killed one person. I got that and banked that point, but
yeah, so
I was a bit
those
worried.
points that you get, you can then use to fill out a few different ability trees to give you different moves and that kind of stuff. So it's not as tense as Souls, where it's like, oh my god, I've got 200,000 souls on me, barely any health, and I've got to get over to this checkpoint. It's like, okay, I know I'm about to go into this boss fight. My bar is nearly full. I should probably go back and grind a couple of guys, which sounds weird now I said it.
My type of game.
And kind of fill out that gauge, so just to bank that point really. But it definitely doesn't want to punish you as much as Souls does in terms of worrying about that stuff and worrying about death.
I was worried a little bit about that, because I was like, I like Neo. This game's definitely going to get lots of comparisons to Neo. I love Neo, but a few points I was getting really stuck, so I went back and grinded a few levels to get higher and make the bosses easier. Whereas this, when I first saw that you couldn't grind, I was like, oh my god, what? But then I feel like they've made the bosses a bit easier, because they're not. Because I imagine that when they've got it where you can level up, they're like, okay, well, the people who are really hardcore can just speed through it, and they can beat this boss, or if they've played it before and they know the strategy. Whereas other people can maybe grind to get a bit stronger and learn the moves and do it that way. Whereas I feel this time, because you can't grind those, you can grind to get maybe new abilities, but you can't grind to to actually get a stronger character or stronger attack. So I don't know if they've made the bosses a bit easier, or it's kind of, once you've got the way, when you kind of know what to do, you can just keep repeating it, and like it's a bit of attrition in beating these bosses.
Yeah, there seems to be a bit of dialogue.
It's been the case.
So the difference with this is that you, like I said, that currency you're just spending on ability unlocks essentially, and none of them really feel essential. Like there's a couple of early ones where it's like, okay, yeah, that's going to let me counter and that kind of stuff, which you're going to be really screwed without really in a couple of places.
Oh, the jumping counter
there, which
I needed that straight away.
Nothing there that makes a massive difference. You do level up in this game, but you don't do it like you do in Dark Souls. So whereas in Dark Souls it would just be killing enemies, getting that currency, get to a certain threshold, you level up, which will increase your health bar, will increase your stamina, and you can also kind of increase something optional as well. It doesn't work like that in this game. So you find there's a particular item in the world. They're in set locations. Obviously, as you're going through the story, you'll find them, or you'll find them at a merchant, or you'll do an optional. They tend to come out of like bosses and stuff. So if you do optional bosses, you'll get them. If you get 4 of those, you can increase your level essentially. There's no like level number or anything, but you kind of cash them in. That increases your life and makes you a little bit stronger. But it certainly hasn't got that full like page of numeric information like Dark Souls has, where it's like, your left hand is 45 strong, and that kind of stuff. There's none of that. That's all kind of been stripped away from it.
I'm happy with that. Yeah, and also, I need to ask you a question. I've got something called like a purse, like a coin purse, and I don't understand. You lose all your coins, I think, if you die. Is it, or half the coins? But if you've got this coin purse,
the coins are money. So I know you'll know this, Ben, but like for everybody else. So you have that XP bar. You'll lose half of that. You also lose half of the cash that you have on you. In terms of that purse that you've got, that basically you can sell that to traders to get cash from them. Okay. The purpose of it is that money's safe for you until you need it. Because obviously, if you die a couple of times, die twice, all your money's gone. So, what you can do, what I've read that some people do, is actually take your money and go and buy those from traders as well, buy purses, because again, that's making that money safe. You're not going to lose it if you die. Even you lose a little bit of money because like a purse which is 100 coins will cost 110, for instance, but it's probably worth losing that little bit of money to bank it.
Yeah, because I need to get the firecracker punch, because and that's another thing as well. You've got, what is it with games now where you've got one-armed people with mechanical arms? Yeah, there's that. There's Devil May Cry came out. What was the other one? Phantom Pain. What is it with these mechanical arm things? It's
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. So these so you've got these, you can claim, or you find these various arms around the world, and they all have like special abilities. Like the current one I've got, I think, I don't know, is it a shuriken one? I think that's the
like the throwing the ninja star one.
Yeah, the ninja star throwing. Very culturally appropriate here. The ninja star. Shuriken, yes. Yeah, that's what I've got at the moment. But I heard that when I was looking at kind of the methods to defeat the big horsey man boss, someone was like, yeah, go and it's like 500 coins, you can buy this firecracker fist thing from the merchant. And I was like, well, I've got 12 coins at the moment because I've died so many times, so I'm not going to complete that. But I managed to beat him anyway. And there are also some big like surprises, aren't there? I'm not going to obviously spoil any, but some like there's a point where you gasped, and I think I gasped, and everyone in my chat gasped at the beginning.
Yeah. So, and I'm still kind of working this game out in terms of, is it going to go fucking crazy in the same way that like Dark Souls and Bloodborne did? Obviously those are set in fancy worlds anyway. This is set essentially in like historical but also mythological Japan history. But it definitely, like, there's a lot of supernatural stuff going on, but at points it kind of really goes out there, and shit happens that you wouldn't necessarily expect to based on the kind of tone of the earlier parts of the game. And yeah, there's a creature that you encounter at one point where it just totally took me by surprise.
Yeah.
Like, the game was so well paced for it. I just didn't expect anything to show up, let alone what it did. And it was pretty fucking terrifying, actually.
Yeah.
But also a really amazing kind of visual display. But yeah, that's kind of one of the questions that I've got in my head right now, is that, like, is this game, like, there's no doubt that it's a fucking awesome action game, and I'm absolutely loving it and enjoying it. It's really rewarding. Is it gonna be able to take that next step, which Dark Souls and Bloodborne did? And the reason why I love those games so much is the lore that's in there, and just the crazy amount of depth and the literary approach that, like, the fan base has managed to take to that and analyze it. And I don't see much of that in this game because, like we said, the items don't have descriptions and that kind of stuff. It's all being told via the cinematic. So my assumption is that it hasn't really got that stuff, which kind of makes sense because it's set in Japan. It's not some crazy fancy world that they've made up. But I do hope there's some kind of, at least some kind of dense lore there that we can get stuck into. But so far, I'm not necessarily seeing it. But that said, the world is still incredible, and the characters are really
Looks
cool.
stunning. A couple of things about I'm playing this on PC. One negative: there's no photo mode. I really want a photo mode because there's so many scenes in there. I just want to be like, oh, let me take a picture. Yeah, that was one downside. Also, I'm playing this on Ultra, so I think it's low, medium, high, and Ultra. I'm playing this on Ultra. On a 1070, not the world's greatest. It's 60 FPS solid, like never dips except in cutscenes for some reason. Dips like 50, but like it's so buttery smooth. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Jordan was going to get it on PC, weren't you? And then you saw that you'd have to wait till 6 p.m. So cancelled that pre-order, got it on PlayStation, and then 11 p.m. the day before release, I was able to play it. You regretting that, Jordan?
Like that. I was good. No, I wanted to play it on PlayStation anyway. I just prefer play. This is a console game for me. The same as with Resident Evil. I know that I can play it in a higher resolution. I know I can get a little bit more graphical fidelity on the PC. Like, I've got a really good PC. I definitely could. But like, there's just some. I know I'm going to put like 70 hours into this game. And there's just something about being able to just pick up my PlayStation controller, press the button, and within 5 seconds I'm back in the game. Like, I literally haven't closed this game down yet. I've put my PlayStation into rest mode, but then I just keep on waking it up, and then boom, I'm back in it. There's no.
Yeah, that's good.
It's first world problems, but it's no booting up a PC, booting up Steam, booting up the game. That kind of stuff.
If it was
any technical shit that happens with PC,
If it was 60 FPS on console, like a solid 60 FPS, I'd get it on there on PlayStation, just because you get to go into rest mode and then you can just load it back up and play a little bit more. Definitely.
Yeah, it is. It isn't that like it. I think base consoles they aim for 30. And with these ones they kind of unlock it. In some places it feels like 60 kind of indoors and that kind of stuff, and then outdoors it's a little bit framey. It's always above 30, but it's kind of the pacing of those frames isn't quite right. But that kind of stuff, unless you've just come fresh off, like you would hate it right now. Like, if you came to my house right now and started playing it, you'd be like, what the fuck? What is this? But because I'm playing it that way, I'm totally blind to it. To me, it seems seamless now.
Yeah, last thing I'm going to say about it is I just love the gameplay. This is what I wanted from gameplay. When I was so excited when they announced For Honor because I was like, oh, amazing! You can like have these proper one-on-one battles with defending and striking. You're waiting your time for them to come and attack you, and you can block it. And then I was really like looking forward to that kind of battles, but I found it really boring when it came to it. This though is the opposite. This is exactly the type of it just feels amazing playing this game. Like the gameplay, hitting and defending. Like every time you match one of because. If you can block the match, but it will kind of knock you back a little bit. However, if you block at the same time that they hit, a lot of the time it'll catch them off guard, or you can attack straight back at them, and like just when that hits, and then you can hit them back for a couple, and then possibly finish them off with a final blow. It's such a great feeling, and this is exactly what I want from this exact kind of gameplay I really want from Ghost of Tsushima when that comes out. I hope it's similar, where it's kind of slow paced. But really quite tricky and realistic sword fights. Would love that.
Yeah, like I know you've just done that boss on horseback. Like that fight was so epic for me. It felt like we went to war with each other. Like you're on this huge battlefield, there's burning bodies everywhere. Yeah, and there's this just massive guy on a horse and just trying to stab you with a lance. And
when I first fought, I died so quickly in that, and I was dying a couple of times. I was like, I'm never gonna beat this dude. I'm never gonna beat it. And then I was like, wait a minute, he's coming at me with these massive hits, but they're not, because it tells you if they're gonna do something that you can't counter, it'll come up with some Japanese symbol. It probably says something like danger or warning, I don't know. But apart from those, a lot of those hits you could deflect. So it was just kind of like timing it and knowing when you can attack him without him quickly attacking you back, and just learning that. And I think that Mellom said before, this is the type of thing that he loves about these games, where you can learn the rhythm and the movements and the attacks of these dudes. And I got better and better and better, and eventually I was able to kill him. Nearly ballsed up. Did you see the video? Because you get the final blow in, and then there's another final blow you like to properly finish him, and I didn't see that. I was just too busy celebrating. And
after that final blow, you could just have hit him a bit more. And
you just needed to press R1 one more time. That's all I needed to do, and instead I had to fight him again for a few seconds. That was
I was wondering, but I guess you guys can't answer me yet, since you haven't finished. But I was like, because the replay ability of Dark Souls is because you can change it up so much. You can try different stuff every time, and with different armor, different weapons, different skills. I guess you can kind of customize your abilities.
Yeah, I imagine you can open different ones.
Will it do a lot of changes enough to like keep you wanting to play more, other than of course it's a really good game and you want to play more?
I'd say no. Like kind of like what I said earlier, you're not creating a character. This is this is a single player game, not multiplayer. There's none of the PvP stuff. And I was kind of thinking to myself just before release, I was like, no, probably just after release actually, when I started playing it, I was like, I'd really like to fight somebody else kind of in this game. But then thinking about it, you'd just be fighting yourself, because they'd just be playing the same character. Yeah, there's different attachments to your arm and that kind of stuff, but you all kind of control the same. So I don't think this will be the kind of crazed fan base that'll go on for years and years in the same way that Dark Souls and Bloodborne had. One, like I said, because I don't think the lore is necessarily going to be as crazy as those two. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think it will be. And two, I think people are definitely having a more similar experience when they're playing through this. But for me, like the way I've played these games is always just build my character, and then I'll just replay the game with the same character and the same weapon that I like. I don't really mix and match that much, and I don't get into PvP.
The weapon in this game, like the katana you have, is the one that you have at the end of the game. Like it doesn't. Yeah. There's no change to weapons.
Your main weapon. So again, like that's another kind of thing where there's not really a customization element to it. But if the game quality like sticks the landing, like I don't know what kind of percentage I am through this game. I was a little bit disheartened earlier when I got to a particular boss, and then I got fucked up a couple of times, and then I was reading Twitter, and somebody mentioned that they were fighting it as well, and they were like, "Oh, there's a boss. It's probably one of the first major bosses that you'll encounter." And I was like, "What? How can this be one of the first ones? I've definitely fought other bosses. Like, what is coming if this is one of the first major bosses?" And I kind of know what they mean, because it is one of the few bosses that are kind of in an arena, kind of like in a Dark Souls where, you know, there's a fog gate and all this kind of stuff. Like there's a lot of mini bosses in this game. But I've had some fucking epic big encounters as well. So to think that this is one of the first major ones I'll encounter, that just makes me worry, like, what the fuck is this game going to do to me? Just before it goes off chat, somebody's asking about iframes.
Yeah.
So yeah, yes is the answer to that. Certainly with the finishing move, like that is quite generous with that. You'll let you finish the animation.
Yeah, so does it have iframes on blocking or in the finishing move? Yeah, in the finishing move, but you got to be really careful
blocking,
about that.
I don't know. I don't think so in blocking. I haven't felt like it does. Like if I'm fighting two characters, I don't feel safe.
Yeah, I've managed to block both attacks, block two attacks at the same time.
You can block both attacks, but if say you block one person's attack, are you then invincible from somebody throwing a sword at you? I don't think that you are. I think you would get hit, but certainly if you're doing your finishing move, yeah, until you finish that, and probably for a couple of milliseconds after, you're safe. So definitely take.
And instead of Ben being attacked, I've been attacked while doing the finishing move. I have noticed that it was the one just before the troll, because there's one where you have to fight two people at the same time, pretty much, if you don't manage to get the... Yeah, there's a one point where you do have two people at the same time. When I do the finisher, yeah, because there's one where there's two people around a camp, and you jump off this tree, and you'll do a finishing attack, usually on one dude. Literally, the second that my sword has come out from that dude, the other one can hit me and get me. So, like, you have to be ready straight away. Once you've done the finishing move, you can't... I didn't notice any kind of frames afterwards that made me invincible. It was pretty much straight away, instantly block. I'm having to block like as soon as my finishing move's finished.
So the animation for the finishing moves are quite lengthy. So you're definitely invincible throughout that. But you're right, yeah. You definitely need to be on guard as soon as you come out of that. Or you're gonna get fucked up.
So you say you'd say that the dude on the horse, the horsey man that I killed, isn't one of the main bosses?
Yeah, I'd say that. I would say that is Scorby, isn't it? Like, yeah, that's the most epic encounter I've had in it so far.
Do you think I'd be able to beat any of the other bosses?
If you beat that one, I don't see why not. Like, I thought that one was pretty tricky.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. It's such a good feeling when you beat it. It's like one of the proudest moments of gaming I've had lately. It's like, I did something that was difficult in a game.
The game seems to be doing a lot of like, okay, here's a mid boss, but now we're going to surround it by people. So there's that kind of thing. So do you kind of go in and pick off the people and then fight the boss, or try to fight the boss with the people around it, which you can totally do both ways.
I think I might have even spent more time trying to kill the dude in the, with all the people around him in the area before the thing that appears. In that like courtyard area where you could go off into the cave. Like that, I killed that commander, and he took a while because it was killing all the others around him first, and then you've got to fight him. And if you lose against him, then all the other people appear again.
I love did you notice the woman that is just kind of on she's just
screaming,
a lookout, essentially.
Yeah. Oh, she's easy.
So I was wondering, like, I was sneaking in and I was wondering why I was getting spotted, and then it was only like a few lives later that I realized, like, this one enemy isn't attacking me, and it's just like an old washo type woman, and she's just hitting at like a tambourine or something, kind of alerting them that you're there. I thought that was really cool. It's a little bit of character that you don't normally get in Souls games.
Yeah, loved it. Mellom, are you gonna get in this game?
Oh yeah, but I'm like, it's not that long ago I played Bloodborne. I get like every half year I get like a month where I crave games like that, and I play it every minute of the day for a month, and then I move on.
Yeah,
so
I'm
probably gonna do it soon.
When I beat that boss, I was like, okay, I'm probably not going to play this game for another week or two. Just, I've done something, but now I kind of want to play it a bit more. And probably next week I'm going to play some. It's definitely a great game to play on stream, because you can just chat and people like seeing you lose a lot.
Is it? I would fucking hate to stream this game, because there must be so much pressure to continue.
Yeah,
there is.
I'm stuck on boss for like an hour.
Yeah, I streamed Bloodborne a few times, and I have a rage quit because I just die, and I get like pressured, like you said, to move on. But like,
the good thing about this game, like I said, is that you can, like right now, if I'm thinking about my game, but when I came back to play it this evening, I had 3 different bosses that I was at, essentially, that I could go and do. In different areas. I basically like progressed a certain area to the point where a boss was blocking me in each. I've done one of them now, and now there's kind of 2 different directions I can go. So there's definitely a case of, that boss is fucking me up. I'm going to go and explore this other area. There seems like there's a lot of optional content
that's good.
in this, and a lot of like exploration and stuff to get,
Have you been
items and upgrades.
Have you been a boss called Lady Butterfly yet?
That's the one I'm on now, and she's a knob.
Yeah, I hear that. Like, I've read that that's the most difficult one.
I've managed to get it to a second phase, but she the second phase is essentially kind of like the first. She's just a little bit more aggressive, but she fucking spawns in like phantom soldiers, and it just makes it really. It's just annoying because you feel like you're beating her, but then there's just a soldier will just fucking stab you, and you're like fuck.
Yeah.
But I'll get there. And then there's this other boss where I'm just kind of minding my business. I walk into this room, and suddenly there's a fog gate behind me, and a knight just walks out from behind a wall and starts talking shit at me. I'm like, oh, well, not a knight because we're in Japan, but whatever it was, like in a full metal suit of armor. What's interesting, you can you can listen in on conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed this?
Yes, I like those. Yeah.
So they tend to give you clues for something that's coming up. And it was like hours ago, somebody in a village somewhere was talking about, the fact that they put this armor on this warrior, but there's some kind of trick for I think if you anger him, the armor will come off or something. And like hours went by, and then suddenly I'm facing this guy, and I was like, oh, you're that guy. Clearly there's some kind of trick to get you out of this fucking armor, but I don't know what it is yet. He just slaughtered me. I don't even think I got a hit in on him, so I need to do him at some point.
Yeah.
But the world is so fucking beautiful. I'm just constantly just looking at the vistas, and the level design's really cool as well. Like there's just a lot of little explorable paths that you can go down that you might not necessarily see.
Also, like, I mean, Andinis, that's a great question. We'll discuss that at the end of the podcast because there's still more I want to talk about it. But how it's just so cool having the Japanese voice acting, and like the setting in Japan, in feudal Japan, is such. It's like I've been wanting an Assassin's Creed here for a while, and this is. I say it's the next best thing. This is better.
This is better than any fucking Assassin's Creed Japan fucking game that you're ever going to play. I promise you that.
But having the Japanese voice acting in it, I'm glad that you can. It's pretty much default in Japanese. This isn't a record. No, Daniel, this is live. So if you've got any questions, feel free to ask us. One thing before we do move on that we haven't mentioned yet is the resurrect option. And people apparently they asked the guys, so you can resurrect if you die. At a cost, but I'm not sure exactly what this cost is yet. But apparently they said they were interviewing the guys from FromSoft and said, "So there's a resurrect option. Does that mean the game's going to be easier?" And it's like, no, it means we get to make it more difficult. Which is
that's true.
So
yeah. So basically, obviously the clues in the title of the game, Shadows Die Twice. So in this one, when your health bar reaches 0. For the first time during a playthrough, you can press R1 and revive yourself. There's a limited amount of time you can do it. The screen is slowly fading to black. I haven't really managed to use it strategically yet. It seems like every time I assumed that it would be a case of, okay, I can wait for the enemies to walk away and then revive. But the fact is you're on a timer and they don't walk away very fast. So normally when you revive, they're in earshot and they just come back at you.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of times where they've turned away from me. I revive straight away and then backstab them, which is cool. Yeah, essentially you can live twice. There's if you defeat, is it defeating enough enemies or just certain enemies? But you can refill that bar essentially. So if you revive,
in that big boss fight with the horsey dude, I think I revived twice.
So is it just by getting hits and deflects and stuff like that?
I think so, yeah.
You build that up.
Yeah.
Cool. So essentially, you can. It's not necessarily die twice. You can die multiple times.
Yeah.
There's an item you can find in the world as well to refresh that.
Andini says
maybe it's just the shadow that dies twice.
Yeah, just the shadow. Because that's all you are. Maybe that is the thing at the end. Andini says it gives you debuffs the more often you die. So like, does the game become more difficult later on?
So what I can tell from it. There's a bit of like a world state going on, so it's called dragon rot. Is this kind of disease? And the NPCs that you meet, they can be in two states. They can be normal, or they can be inflicted with dragon rot. You'll notice sometimes when you die, you'll get a pop up saying somebody's contracted the disease, and that clearly impacts the NPC. So I imagine that will it'll stop them from being able to help you or give you quest items and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That seems to be the kind of way that it works. The more that you die, the worse that stuff comes. What it does impact as well. You've got a percentage of.
Yeah, what is this? I didn't really know.
So when you when you die, like we said, you lose your XP. I hate using the word like XP in fucking Dark Souls or any Souls type game, but you lose that currency that you've built up. Yeah, you lose half of it anyway. There's a percentage bar which at default is 30, which is kind of like a bit of RNG. Like you've got 30% chance to not have that inflicted. It's supposed to be like Buddha is looking after you or something. Somebody's praying for you. The more that you die, if people get the disease, they're not praying for you anymore, so that percentage goes down. This all sounds like madness, I think, to anybody that hasn't played the game.
What percentage are you on?
It varies. So
like
it'll go
13.
down, and you can basically reset it. There's items that you can get in the world, and when you go to your kind of your respawn points, you can reset it if you want to. But like, to be honest, like if you were using that stuff to level up, that would be useful. The fact, like, I'm not too worried about having all these abilities. I'm just picking and choosing the ones that I kind of want.
Yeah, the one ability I really needed was being able to deflect when you're jumping, because it was just ingrained in my head, like the deflecting and also jumping. So I was jumping, but you can't defend yourself when you're jumping, and I was just getting killed constantly. I was getting really angry at myself.
Yeah. So
take
a look
when you were playing, Ben, that you were using jumping instead of dodging all the time.
I found jumping to be better, especially against the troll. Like some of them not so much, but dodging I've not really used dodge much apart from running.
What I understand, if you're meeting somebody with like a sword or a short weapon, you should dodge, and if you meet somebody with that swing like a spear or a long thing, you need to jump. Yeah,
there's there are some like ones that you can't. There's certain ones that you can dodge out the way, like a lunging attack maybe, but sometimes they'll just get their sword and they'll start swinging it around, and you have to jump. There's 3 different special attack types that they'll do. There's like one where they'll swing their weapon around. There's one where they'll kind of charge it at you, and then there's, I don't know, maybe a grab move or something. And there's ways to counter those. So the dodge in this is less of a dodge like in Dark Souls, where you literally get out of the way and you've got the invincibility frames. But in this, it's more of like a sidestep. So if they're coming at you, you can press circle to sidestep, then press R1, so you'll sidestep and attack them and kind of counter that move. So it's more you do the appropriate thing based on the attack that they're doing. If they swing their weapon around, you're supposed to jump, land on their head, and then press attack. And again, that diffuses their attack, which helps to break that their stance essentially, and get them into a mode where you can insta kill them. So yeah, it's just so different to Dark Souls. It's a completely different kind of combat style. I love it. Really
cool.
All right,
It's
so
fucking awesome.
Are there any other games before we move on to the news?
Only Sekiro this week.
Just Sekiro, yeah.
And for the next month, I imagine.
Although,
I can't see myself getting to this all that quickly.
No, me neither. I'm going to go back and play I'll play it, like, pop in and out for it. But yeah, because next game, there's a game called... What's that one called? Generation Zero? Going to be playing a bit of?
Yeah. Like, that's annoying timing, because I do want to take a look at that game, but I'm also only ever going to want to play Sekiro, I think. But yeah, Generation Zero is coming out this week. By Avalanche, weirdly. I keep on forgetting it's Avalanche. I just assume that this is from, like, a new developer. Like a little indie developer, but Avalanche is kind of like a fairly substantial dev.
Yeah. I got my key
set
just
in
now.
Sweden, isn't it?
Yeah.
Set in your home country there, Mellom.
Fuck you.
You're essentially like I don't know if you're like a teenager or like a young person that has been away on holiday. You come back, and your entire like village has been taken over by robots, and everybody's disappeared. And then it's kind of like a survival combat game. We need to piece together what's happened. It doesn't seem like it'll be doesn't seem like it'll be overly narrative focused. I think it is more about the moment to moment gameplay. There's a big large map. You need to I don't know whether you craft and stuff. I haven't got my head I haven't seen that in it, but it definitely it definitely feels like quite a hardcore game.
Yeah, hardcore, like DayZ style. The only thing, apparently there's no PvP. It seems like quite an interesting game that would be good for DayZ style PvP. There are all these robots roaming around. Get some private servers on there.
Would you have PvP, or would you like you've got co-op in there?
Yeah, but it'd be cool having other people where maybe, I don't even know what I'm meant to be doing in this game, but if it's killing robots and harvesting them, then it'd be cool to have other people. Well, like,
you're supposed to fight the people. You're supposed to help them.
But maybe the people they're also trying to get the robot pieces that you're stealing. I don't know. I've no idea what this game is like. I'm going to go in completely blind on Tuesday, I think it is.
If it's based in Sweden, It's
Mhm.
basically like in Norway, and we don't kill people there.
No.
There we go.
Ah,
The robots do it for you.
yeah.
But the
All the boats.
so yeah, it's like a big map. You need to get from point A to B, and they've put these kind of robots in there. And there's certain ways you need to work out how to take down the robots via first-person shooter mechanics. I imagine ammo is going to be fairly scarce and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You need to target weak points on the enemies and stuff. I'm hearing like disappointingly, I'm hearing it's pretty much not playable as a single-player game, which for me is a bit of a fucking issue because I really want to play it single player.
Oh. Play with me on Tuesday morning.
Yeah. Okay.
Sound
maybe.
enthusiastic. Are you working on Tuesday?
I am. I'm really, really busy in work at the moment. But yeah, I'll definitely play it at some point. I'm out Tuesday night, but definitely like Wednesday night, I'll jump in and take a look. I'm really hoping this will be a game that'll really click with me. We'll see. It doesn't. I was worried it was going to be maybe buggy, but it doesn't seem like that's a complaint that's coming from people. I think the only complaints I've heard is that the co-op system's fairly basic.
Yeah.
I've heard. It doesn't like spawn you next to your person. It'll like spawn you somewhere in the world, and the world's really big, so you need to go find each other. There's a limited use item that you need to find to like warp to each other. That doesn't sound ideal.
Yeah, seems interesting.
Everything else I've heard is pretty positive.
Wasn't too
It's got a
expensive.
cool like 80s vibe.
Yeah,
Sorry?
wasn't too expensive. I don't think, was it? It's not $60. I don't
like
think.
£20 I paid.
Did you? I don't think I paid that little. Wait a minute. Here we go. I paid 27 euros. That's like about £100 nowadays.
Fuck you.
Yeah, £25 probably.
So it's set in the 80s. It's got a cool like 80s synth track to it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We shall see.
Indeed. You're very dark at the moment, Jordan.
Thank you.
It's like a outline of a head.
I'm out in
head.
the sun today.
Yeah. All right, shall we go into the news? It's news time. News time on the... it's the 10:20 news. Jordan, what's in the news today? Oh, Mellom has
Cuphead is coming to Switch.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was going to ask Mellom quickly about some news. He sent me a picture of a person that was caught hacking in a Norwegian esports competition or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was this dude. His in-game name is Faker, I think. He was playing in Telenor-ligaen, which is like the
Tilly-Willigan?
Norwegian
What's it called?
Telenor-ligaen.
Oh, I thought it was Tilly-Willigan. Great name.
No, but and that's essentially the Norwegian biggest league. And he had to stream it because they need to have like a record of it, and he wear some glasses, and you could clearly see he was wall hacking.
Wow.
In the reflection of the glasses. So that was really awkward and funny.
And he got banned.
And it's yeah, of course. And apparently there's a lot of people that are doing this.
Corrupt Norway.
It's like
game.
Like if you're in a tournament, surely there's some kind of system check that's happening to make sure you're not doing something like that. Or am I naive?
Yeah, but yeah, they should. What they're doing is they're bypassing their cheat engine. I can't remember the name. It's the same that Apex and
like easy cheat or something like that.
Yeah, no, something like that. But yeah, if they manage to bypass it, it's too easy to cheat, and there's nothing they can do. And like in this league, you're playing from home, but you have to like record it.
They should do it in big areas.
Yeah, because in bigger leagues, of course, you are in an arena doing it, and then they can watch. But I don't know how you can't just like say that you have to have 10 webcams in your room. That's not legal.
Yeah, I'll just have a webcam behind them. Get it show the screen that you're looking at. Might have to do
Yeah,
that.
but asking that would interfere with Norwegian law. The only reason he didn't have to have a cam on when he was streaming it. He just needs to show his gameplay.
What an idiot. So if he hadn't streamed it, hadn't had his glasses on, he'd have got away with it. Hacking in the peaceful country of... No, I know. They're all cheats. All cheats.
All cheats.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Jordan, Cuphead coming to Switch.
Yeah, it's out next month, April 18th, I believe. And just a really rapid kind of release and a surprising one as well. Or probably these days not that surprising, but obviously Microsoft hold the pen on that one. It's up to them where that game goes because they funded and published the game as an exclusive on Xbox. It's on PC as well, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. I played on PC and I got my Steam refund after 45 minutes.
So yeah, it's coming to Switch. So that kind of relationship between Nintendo and Xbox is kind of really blossoming. But I think that's a really nice place to play that game. 2D precision platformer, definitely at home on the Switch, I'd argue.
Are we allowed to say that anymore?
What?
Saying that something is perfect on Switch?
Just did.
I was listening to Jim Sterling's podcast and he was like, can we stop saying that now?
We shouldn't do that.
Every single time there's a game that's come out. Do you know what? This would be perfect on the Switch. It's like pretty much every game.
It's not though. Like there's loads of games I'd hate to play on the Switch.
Yeah.
I'd hate to play Sekiro on the Switch.
First person shooters.
Yeah, there's lots of games I wouldn't want on the Switch. It tends to be kind of lower end indie titles that work really well on it, or something that you just want to play short bursts of. Which Cuphead, definitely you're going to play that in short bursts because it's infuriating. So Jim Sterling
the dream has always been to play RPG while you're taking a dump. It's the best.
Oh yeah. World of Warcraft on the Switch. Ooh, that'd be beautiful with all those key binds. Let me just see what you put as the new... Have you put the news on here? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Gus. Yeah, you've not put something that was quite interesting. There was a game that hit 1 million downloads that I bought as well. Which one was it? Do you remember?
Nope.
Where is it? I don't know, but
this is interesting.
Yeah, Gus, they said it was a big game that I got as well, and they said that they sold more on Switch than anywhere else. I can't remember what game it was now.
Oh, Dead Cells.
Dead Cells, yes, that was it. Dead Cells hit 1 million, or was it 2 million?
It's 1 million sales overall. The highest platform. Just consoles though. I think they said. I'm guessing PC might have edged it because he was in early access on PC for quite a while, so that would make sense. But yeah, again, perfect for Switch.
Oh, it is perfect.
That's the reason why people say it.
I loved it. I played it on the flight to Norway, and it got me through stressful takeoff. Loved it. Yeah.
How stressful can it be?
Oh, I don't like takeoff because it stays on the runway for a long time before taking off, and I just think it's not going to go off. We're just going to go and hit whatever's at the end of this runway, and it stresses me out. So, but I was so stressed out, I got further than I'd ever got in that game. I think I got to the penultimate level
without getting hit.
Yeah.
On that note, people are just fucking crazy with games. I'm here struggling to get through Sekiro.
Oh god, yeah.
Before the game got released, some crazy bastard on Twitch completed all of the Soulsborne games without getting hit in a row.
Yeah, not dying.
Crazy bastard.
And if he got hit
without getting hit.
Yeah, if he got hit, he had to restart the whole series again.
Yeah. There is a Norwegian girl. She streams Slippery Susie. She's the first.
I am a subscriber, Mellom.
Yes.
She's not on Twitch though, is she?
She's on Twitch, yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought it was another. All right, must be somebody else.
Slippery Susie, yeah, and she's the first girl in the world to complete all the games without getting hits.
Jesus.
All the Dark Souls games?
All the Dark Souls and Bloodborne.
Good for her.
Wow.
I can barely scrape through them. I don't know how
Yeah.
to
Oh my god, yeah, I was thinking I can't even finish. I can't even kill a boss. Never mind, go through it go through a whole game without getting hit once.
But we have to remember it's a year of practicing for each game, so
yeah.
I've
got a job.
I think I said it last time. I've been watching a guy that speedruns games, like this British guy. I've been watching him on Twitch a bit. And yeah, it does seem a bit laborious. Like it's just playing Resident Evil 2 on repeat for days, basically a month solid after release. So
You
yeah,
get gaming fatigue all the time.
Yeah.
you put the work in, then I suppose you get the rewards if you can consider that a reward. Next bit of news then, big one this. So again, Microsoft pulling moves. Master Chief Collection is coming to PC. It's one of the worst kept secrets in gaming. We've known for a few weeks that that's pretty much happening, but they've announced it now. The big news coming out of this for me is that Reach will be included. And obviously that'll come to the Xbox version, which is where I'll play it as well. So yeah, they're remastering Reach, and also Master Chief Collection is coming to PC. There's always been this thing of people wanting Halo on PC. Weirdly, the first time I ever played Halo was on PC. I had a shitty laptop, and I played Halo to completion on it. But then that was kind of when they weren't all in on Xbox, and then from like Halo 2 onwards, I think there was a version of Halo 2 that came out on PC eventually, but like they never really wanted to kind of blur the lines between the games they released on Xbox and you know the kind of game economy on PC. But yeah, obviously they're fully in now. All of the Halo games, pretty much, I guess, all the mainstream Halo games.
So what is somebody who never really got into Halo? I played Halo 1, I think it was. Yeah, I got Halo 1. I got like a special tin for my Xbox when I played it. What is Reach? Because I never got into Halo. I was always a PlayStation person.
So Reach, well, it's going to be difficult to explain if you don't know a lot about Halo, but Reach is essentially...
Is it just a normal game?
Reach is a prequel.
Oh, okay.
Is it what?
I'll just say, does it follow... Is it just a normal, like, first-person shooter type game? It's not like the one where it's kind of RTS.
No, it's a core Halo game. It's the last one that Bungie did. In my opinion... I don't know whether they want to say it's the best one, but I really like Reach because they kind of take a bit of a different tone with it. They move away from the almost cartoony stylings of Halo, where you know the enemies are shouting out funny things. The aliens speak like an alien language now. The art design's a little darker. Anyway, it's a prequel, kind of Halo lore 101. The aliens come in and they attack a colony planet of humans called Reach. I think is our first colony, hence being called Reach. And they just they refer to it in the game as they glassed it, like they just totally bombarded it from space and fucked it up. And you're essentially playing a Spartan who's kind of the same caliber of soldier as Master Chief, a team of Spartans, in fact, and you're trying to defend that planet, but obviously most people would know from the lore that that's going to be an impossible task because we know that planet gets destroyed. So it's just a dark and broody game throughout because you know pretty much you're going to die. Ends really well. Do you want me to tell you? Like, it's
I'm going to play it.
It's not the.
I mean, this is out first. Doesn't this come out before Halo 1 on PC?
For the PC, this will be the first release, yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll start building that from there.
We're going to play that. I was listening to Giant Bomb talking about Halo, and I'm quite glad because they were mentioning when me and Mellom were moaning about this being the same freaking level again and again and again. It was just copy-pasted again and again, and they were like talking about how monotonous that level is, where it's just kind of... Yeah. Was that the one, Mellom, where we were just bored because it was like the same thing again and again and again?
We got lost all the time.
Yeah, and apparently
they kind of fixed... Were you playing with the new graphics or the old graphics?
We switched all the time.
Yeah.
So with the new one, they built like arrows into the.
I heard about.
Oh, they have. Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
So you know which way to go.
Yeah.
They know about the problems. That's good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that level could have been like half the size. Yeah, we got to like level 5.
Sorry, go on.
I think we finished level 5 and then we stopped. But we're probably going to start again.
Yeah, I'm totally going to play through them all now again. Like, I've got the Master Chief Collection on Xbox. I downloaded Reach as a backwards compatible game, but it looks fucking terrible. Playing it on a 4K, so I'm just glad we're getting this remaster now because they do such good work with the other ones.
Yeah,
being able to switch back and forth between the different art styles and stuff is just really, really cool. So yeah, I'm really glad this is coming to PC. And I'll definitely be doing a full kind of Halo run at some point.
Cool.
Next bit of news is around Stadia. We did like a standalone show on that one, so I don't think we need to.
Very successful video, nearly 100 views.
Good. So Google's really entered the gaming market now. Basically announced their streaming services called Stadia. Will go live later this year. Should be supporting 4K 60 frames a second for AAA games such as Doom and Assassin's Creed, that kind of stuff. So yeah, watch this space really. But certainly it's a really slick presentation. You had Phil Harrison there for PlayStation fanboys. Might remember him. He was the guy on stage that announced the PlayStation 3. Really good presenter, really knows his stuff with games. It really does seem that Google is very serious about the Stadia stuff.
Yeah, John White says, what is Stadia? Already play it. Go check out our podcast. But it's pretty much you stream it from anything that you've got access. I think they said recently, if you can play YouTube on it, you can play Stadia, which I don't know, because you can play.
It's cloud-based gaming, so like what PlayStation does with PS Now. So instead of your, whether it's your PC or your whatever your device is, instead of that device having to do the computing and the processing and revving fans up and getting warm and all that kind of stuff, it's basically just relaying a video to you from a farm of high-end PCs that Google will have somewhere in a desert. And you basically stream that video to you in such low latency that it becomes acceptable for you to play a video game on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what comes of that. I'm pretty bullish about it. I just think the way that they presented it, I don't see them not at least making a dent in the market.
Yeah, it'll be, as I think Jambon guys were saying, like, this is the biggest change ever to video games.
Last one then. Probably not going to be as
sorry, John Moy says, could I
but
play this on my Chromebook? Yeah. Yes, you could. You could play this on your Chromebook.
absolutely. They would love you to play on your Chromebook. You're the perfect Google customer there. But yeah, you definitely could, or your Mac or your PC, or whatever you've got. If you've got a Chromecast plugged into your monitor or your TV, you could do it. You can do it with your phone.
Oh, and
I
found out why they're selling the controller. The controller connects to the Wi-Fi, so you've got faster reactions with it. So like your normal one would just plugged in, there'd be a bit of a delay. If it's connected to the Wi-Fi, you can have better, you'll be able to react to it better.
Agreed. I'll wait and see what the pricing's like, but I'm just super interested in this. Not because like it's not going to give me anything they haven't got right now, because I'd rather just play the games locally, but I'm just interested to give it a go and see if it works. So yes, later this year we shall see. Last bit of news then, PlayStation has announced a State of Play event this week. Is it tomorrow or
tomorrow
Tuesday?
night, Jordan? Tomorrow night we're going to be streaming it.
Wow. What time is it though?
11 o'clock your time.
Oh right, yeah, I should be home by then, so that's fine. Cool. So yeah.
Oh, when do the clocks go back? Oh, that's next week, isn't it? Or forwards?
Who knows? Nobody knows that. Who understands time? Not me. So
Stephen Hawking did.
Well,
wrote a book about the history of it.
So, to me, this reads very much like their equivalent. PlayStation really isn't shy of stealing good ideas from Nintendo, right? So this very much feels like a Nintendo Direct type deal. I'm sure I would have said this on the show at some point previously. With PlayStation pulling out of E3. There's been a lot of really bad conversation around that, like ill-informed conversation. Some people saying, well, it's just because they've got nothing to show. Yeah. They're scared. PlayStation's scared, and they pulled out of E3. It's like, come on. They've got like the hottest first-party environment. Whether you're, a PlayStation fanboy, a Nintendo fanboy, an Xbox fanboy, or none of it, it's very difficult for you to argue that, PlayStation isn't on fire in that department. They've got no worries there. They could definitely get through another E3 showing Last of Us 2 being played live again, get Kojima up on stage and give us a release date, that kind of stuff. That would definitely pay off. I totally think that they've left E3 for good, or at least they're playing with that idea, and they're just taking a different approach, which is the right approach, which is not to do those crazy fucking conferences where anything can go wrong and you always have an awkward moment, and just do something like Nintendo do, where you just release, intermittent videos that, whenever you see fit at a strategic time. That everybody can watch at the same time around the world, and you control that message. So it sounds like they're doing that. I'm not expecting too much from this. I think they'll want to start this off with a bang if this is a long-term approach. So I'm guessing there'll be at least something noteworthy, one or two announcements.
Ghost of Tsushima, please.
Yeah, maybe a release date or something.
Oh God.
Nintendo always tend to have like something at the end of their show, which is like a one more thing moment. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully there's something substantial in there. I don't think they'd be talking about it in the way that they are if there wasn't at least something worthwhile.
Isn't Days Gone out very soon?
Yeah, I don't think they'll talk about that at all. But that's next month.
Next month.
Yeah, that might get a mention, but there's no need for them to talk about that now. That's going through a whole press cycle. It's gone gold. Like if they're talking about that, they're doing this wrong.
Yeah. PS5 announcements, isn't it? I don't think there'll be a PS5 announcement, but I think they would advertise they think they would advertise that there would be a PS5 announcement. Oh wow, we've got some.
I'm so not looking forward to the whole teraflops thing again, like last time.
One of my teraflops.
Google's already done it this week. They've got 10 teraflops.
They've got more teraflops than the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro together, haven't they?
Yeah. Great.
All I hope is that I really just hope that they're going to be like, hey, everything that comes to the PS5 is probably, you'll be able to play it at 60 FPS. But they don't care about that because that's not what sells consoles. Beautiful graphics and making game and having games that look stunning, that's what is better on advertising.
We've taken a turn here. Are we suggesting that they might announce PS5 tomorrow?
No, I don't think they would. I think they would announce that they were going to announce it. I think they would say we're gonna the next generation of gaming is here. Come and tune in next week.
Yeah, I think they'll see how these things go. I definitely think the plan right now, like you can sense in PlayStation, there's a change of direction. They're definitely up to something. Clearly, PS5's on the horizon. My thought is that PlayStation 5 will be a traditional console. It'll be fully backwards compatible with all the different PlayStation brands. I think that's why they're dragging their feet now with PlayStation 4 in terms of backwards compatibility, because that'll just be such a big selling point for a PS5. Obviously, backwards compatible with PS4, some kind of inherent upscaling to it in terms of performance, but also their first-party stuff and key kind of second and third party. They'll be putting patches out day one to make it markedly improved. Just carry on. Like let Microsoft do their experimental stuff. Let's see what happens with Google, and they don't need to worry about Nintendo. So yeah, I think they just carry on with that approach.
It'd be amazing if, like, right at the end of the direct, they just give a little teaser that PS5's coming. They'll probably, like how they did with Elder Scrolls, just be like, it's on the horizon.
That ain't gonna happen, because then as soon as you do that, then you see a drop off in your PS4 sales, and they're selling like fucking hotcakes. So no, I don't think you see that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that you get a sniff of PS5 until next year, to be honest.
I don't know. I think maybe at the end of this year we'll see something, because it'll come out next year. I'd love to see it come out next spring. Spring is.
It makes total sense for them, right? To wait until they might as well wait until E3 to see what Microsoft comes out with, right?
Yeah.
Before doing anything, just
to
see kind of, what does that look like?
Yeah.
But I keep on batting around a question in my head, right? Microsoft, the new approach: we want our games on everything. Put them on PlayStation. Why don't you put them on PlayStation? I guess is the question. And how would that work? Would Sony let that happen? Would Microsoft want to do that? That's such a fucking interesting thought.
Yeah, I would like that. But yeah, if Microsoft don't, I don't know. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
If they say that again.
If Xbox games come to PlayStation. If Xbox and
I don't think it will happen.
No, I don't. I think Xbox and
of course it won't.
Well, I think Xbox and Sony would have to be. They would have to separate so many. Like at the moment, Xbox and PlayStation, the same kind of thing. But if they do change drastically in what they're actually offering, where people who would want their,
clearly.
Yeah. But if they want their physical games, okay, you can get the physical game. You get on PlayStation. But if you want part of the streaming service where you get the game included, you get your Xbox. It depends how different they could become before any potential, Microsoft game goes over there.
But they've been very clear that in the messaging that they want you to be able to play their games wherever you go. Now, if they mean that, then why not a PlayStation?
Microsoft again, yeah. Do you think they're getting to the point where they just don't really care about their console? They care more about the people playing their games.
Absolutely, yeah. Like they're giving up the console space. Is my argument.
So they might be able to then, especially with buying all these studios. If they've got loads of games, they'll want as many people as possible to play it.
They essentially become a publisher at that point, and it's never really made sense that Microsoft isn't making shitloads of money on their PC games, or games being released on PC like that. Surely there's a fucking shitload of money there they could be making. They're just not right now.
Yeah,
obviously they're trying to with the Microsoft Store, but it's just not. It's not there, is it? So I think the future they're trying to shape is that we've got a really strong first party lineup. But you can pretty much play them anywhere, and if you play them on PC, that's absolutely fine. We get a share of that anyway. If you want to buy an Xbox, happy days, crack on. Put it on PlayStation, you cowards.
Yeah, I could see that happening one day.
I can't, but my point is
one day.
It's a big flaw in their messaging, isn't it? If they're saying that we don't care, we just want it everywhere, then
first there have to be like a war of Sony streaming and Microsoft streaming, and whoever wins that will get it all.
Yeah. How amazing would it be if if Sony announced a streaming service of like loads of PS1, PS2, PS3 games?
They've already got it.
But, no, but like with loads of old
This is
school.
definitely the last hardware they're gonna sell, right?
I don't know. Not Sony. I don't
I think we said that last time, but I don't know.
Yeah, but now
don't
we've
know.
seen it with Google, so
It definitely feels like we're getting there. You know, if you think a generation is 5 to 6 years, it's not unthinkable that you'll see a PS6. But yeah, it definitely feels like we're getting to the point where actually, do we need these dedicated devices when we've got so many smart devices? I think it will all depend on how successful Microsoft and Google are in terms of the streaming stuff. And that's why I think Sony should play it safe.
Yeah, on how good the 5G is going to be.
Yeah, that's a big component as well. Yeah,
But,
if internet access and speed improves drastically, then that stuff becomes a lot more.
What do you think
more believable?
What do you think though about Google? Do you think they will stick around? Because there's so many things that they've put money into and put time and effort into that they've just gone nope. People that get games or they want to play it through Google, they get they could play a game, they could play halfway through, put hundreds of hours into it, or maybe not. We got halfway through the hundreds of hours, but then
I think Google's going to be like a great contender to Steam.
Well, the things they've done stuff like Google Plus that stopped that. What's the other? There's so many other Google things that they've done and kind of half baked and then
they just
quit.
They just tried to do the same as Steam without doing it good, just like they did with Facebook and everything. But when it comes to streaming games, nobody has done it right yet. And if they nail it now, they have a step into the PC gaming community, definitely, or market. I mean,
I just like having copies of games because you see what happened with the Alan Wake, where they said, okay, yeah, the music's expiring, so we're not going to be able to sell it anymore, but you can buy it. If this was on Google Stadia, it'd be like, okay, now you won't be able to play it after this day, and that's it. It's gone, and you will never be able to play it again. Would you see like that PT fiasco? You'd see that a lot more, wouldn't you? Where they can just pull a game and you'll never be able to play it again.
Yeah, but I think it's only hardcore nerds like us that actually give a shit about that. Like that won't. We can obviously talk about our preferences all day. If we really feel that way, we should be buying discs in shops, which I don't think you do, and I certainly don't.
No.
There's nothing stopping. They don't tend to do it.
You bought a physical PC game.
Oh, I don't.
PC game. Jesus.
Yeah.
Half-Life 2.
Yeah. Mine was.
It didn't break the market.
Mine was Roller Coaster
Like
Tycoon.
everybody thinks it will be with console.
I don't even have a CD drive.
All day worrying about but what when the game goes offline?
Actually, no, my last.
The advantages of a digital ecosystem outweigh the negatives.
Interestingly enough, the last PC game that I bought physical was Star Wars: The Old Republic. So it wasn't even technically yeah, that was it.
Probably just a code in the
box,
it's.
Oh no, you install it, but then you have to use the code, and yeah. But I don't even have a disk drive on my PC. Okay, John Moyser made a few comments. We're going to talk about how much do you think the PS5 will cost, Jordan? John, tell us.
So we need to talk British money because that's the only money I really understand.
Well, that's going up and down a lot. £6,000, which is about $500 current.
Shut up, strong and stable. So
is she still Prime Minister?
I would. The sweet spot for a new console is $399, right?
Yeah.
I think you can definitely charge more than that, and obviously they have previously. I know. You can tell with Sony, they're totally different Sony now than they were when they released the PS3, where they thought they could charge like £600 or something. They know that isn't acceptable. I think what they might do is launch with a couple of different SKUs. So have one which is probably $399 for the console and a controller, kind of just basic setup. I would quite like them out of the gate to have a premium model, same processor, same graphic card inside. But maybe like that one has an SSD or something like that.
Yeah.
But
They'll probably
get into that because then that
didn't they'll release a Pro again 2 years in.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I think the Pros worked out pretty well for them.
The Big Mac.
I think, thinking about the SSD thing, like if you did that, for developers to really take advantage of it, you'd be really. I think it's difficult to really take advantage of an SSD drive without really hindering the non-SSD version, if that makes sense. So maybe you won't see that. You can always install one yourself anyway. I did it with my PS4. I don't think it makes any difference. It's a total waste of money.
No, it's really fast if you get an external one, apparently. Like external HDD drives are faster than the internal one on PS4.
Great. So yeah, I'm guessing 399, 450. I would guess in terms of cost.
Yeah, I'll get the expensive one, just because I'm terrible person like that.
Well, even the base one might be 449.
Are we sure it's gonna be several versions?
No, we're not sure. Like, I'm just, in terms of base PS5, I think that will range between 399 and 449. In terms of a premium model, like you can go up to wherever you want with that, really, because as long as you market it as, look, guys, you don't need to buy this. This is premium.
I don't think they'd do this straight away. I think they'd be like, okay, 399. This is the only one you can get, and go and get it. And
the interesting bit is
that'll get more
removing
copies.
the physical drive. Like, I don't know how that works with the whole politics of like Blu-ray drives and stuff, because obviously Sony's got a hand in that, and they're part of a consortium, and maybe that wouldn't be the right thing to do, to remove it. But I would love to buy a cheaper console with no optical drive, because I'm never going to use it.
What's the culture like in Japan? Did Japan buy a lot of physical? Because I suppose that'll
don't know. I assume not. I assume not, but
because they're all technological people. They like downloading and stuff.
Japan won't drive it. They like PlayStation cares about the US market and the European market. That if they're worried about Japan, they wouldn't be making consoles. They'd be making handhelds.
Yeah, that's true. He says, "What's up with The Last of Us?" Hello.
What's the question?
Thinking, what's up with The Last of Us? It was released a while ago.
Coming out.
Best game ever made.
Coming out.
Yeah, the new one's coming out sometime. But yeah, it will happen at E3. No, their PlayStation's not going to be at E3. Well, Sony aren't.
Is the question, when does Last of Us 2 release? Is that what
I think so.
I think
Christmas? Think it'll be this year? Maybe we'll find out tomorrow.
Oh, I don't know.
I think we'll find out tomorrow. Summer. Oh.
So what have we got left to release? We've got Days Gone coming out next month,
and they'll need to kind of get they need to get Days Gone quickly out of the way. Just forget about it when they release it.
It depends on Ghost of Tsushima. If Ghost of Tsushima's ready, which I have no idea if it is or not, then that could be their like Q3 release, and then you can really have that distance between Days Gone and Last of Us, because there's that whole annoying conversation around 2 zombie games, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And just give them more time to polish. I'd rather them spend as much time as they need on that. I'm sure that they will. Yeah, I'd love to see Last of Us this year. I don't think you do. You tend to see the Naughty Dog has a little delay towards the end of the dev cycle. So even if they're aiming for Christmas, you might well see that slips into kind of winter, spring next year.
Yeah,
I would guess.
Andy says, are there any Xbox exclusives?
Yes. Technically, no, because they're all on PC.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, are there any?
But console exclusive.
Yeah, there's still a Minecraft. That's on Switch now.
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah. Sea of
Sunset
Thieves
Overdrive.
is getting a patch at the end of the month. 20th. And there's some arena PvP stuff.
Yeah.
Any new skeletons?
Have they upgraded the combat yet?
I'm curious about it.
We'll give it a go. Although I changed my debit card and I got a new email. I got an email today saying, "Oh no, actually no, I see these I bought full price, didn't I? Jesus. Okay, good. I don't make Game Pass for that." Minecraft is a PC. Yeah, but for a console exclusive though, that Minecraft is on Switch too.
Minecraft's on.
Okay. Also in the news, I've forgotten. There you go. There was something else in the news. I can't remember what it was. Oh no, it was Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is coming out in 2021, and I saw a news site saying it's coming out sooner than you think. It's coming out in 2021.
That's not sooner than I think. No. That's pretty much when. That's probably later than I think.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe next year.
So is that confirmed by the devs?
Don't know. I just saw a few websites reporting it.
So it's a rumor.
We'll see. Let me go and have a look. Cyberpunk.
I'd be surprised if it takes that long, considering like they showed that whole mission and stuff, didn't they? And it didn't feel like that was just a vertical slice. It felt like they've got this game kind of running. So I'd like to think it's out next year. I wouldn't want to wait longer.
Apparently, the Cyberpunk and there's another AAA RPG are going to both be out by 2021, alongside another AAA game that they're working on.
What was that game again? Open world in space. There was a pig.
Oh, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yes.
There you go.
Have you heard any more of that?
No. That was like the most kind of, when you get an announcement, it's like, yeah, we haven't actually made anything, but here's a nice CGI thing. That was the most typical announcement like that ever. Like there just didn't seem to be any kind of game there at all.
No.
It's like, yeah, we want to make No Man's Sky, kind of, but like
Didn't they say they?
See you in 10
What
years.
I read, I saw it on YouTube, they had they made a whole game, trashed it, and then used a lot of the art and stuff for the next one. So it's already they made a lot of it. But
Didn't they say they were in pre-production or something like that? They were like in the part where you look at it and think, okay, we'll have this character and we'll have this character and with the story something like this. They were in the pre-version of that, and everyone's like, that doesn't even exist. That's just kind of like, hey, should we make a game? Yeah, let's make a game. Like that was the stage that they were in. All right, let's go to question time because we don't have too much. We've got 8 minutes. I want to finish before the hour. Let's go. Question time. Thanks, Mellom, for ruining that. So
rookie
what?
mistake there.
Yeah. No, I couldn't find the mute button because it wasn't on there. So question time. First question is from Andinis, I believe, and he asked a while ago, so I can't see it. It was like, are you because of Sekiro? Are you more looking forward to games like Ghost of Tsushima and Nioh 2, or do you think you'll get a bit bored of them?
It is interesting because
I'm not hyped for Nioh 2, so it doesn't ruin there.
I really like the first Nioh,
Yeah.
so I would like to see Nioh 2. I think Sekiro will probably take away from it, but not because of the setting or anything, or kind of partly in that, I guess, but just because Sekiro is just so fun to play that I don't know whether another kind of just standard Souls type game will really cut it now. I can't imagine From Software is going to make another one of those. I think whatever they make next will be something slightly different and that next kind of step. So Nioh was always so derivative of Dark Souls. I just don't know whether a sequel will really cut it. In terms of Ghost of Tsushima, I think that will be such a different type of game. Like that's going to be
Schluter.
I was going to say it's linear, but it is an open world game, apparently.
It's more, But for me, I get Naughty Dog vibes in Japan.
Yeah. Not super difficult.
Yeah. But
seems very cinematic. What I mean.
Yeah. I was surprised when I heard it was an open world game, to be honest. So yeah, I get why the question's been asked.
It'd be interesting to see if Nioh is
definitely takes something away, doesn't it? It's not as special if you play 3. They're not similar games, I guess that's my point, but yeah, the similar kind of tones and atmospheres.
Yeah, I would like Nioh 2 to be to have good co-op mechanics, not difficult co-op, not where you have to kind of collect these certain Ochoko cups and then you have to present them. It'd be great if you could just play the whole game in co-op.
Yeah, they should probably just ditch that. Like they've streamlined everything else, so why
not?
What I'd say is Ghost of Tsushima is clearly like the most grounded of those two. Sekiro and Nioh kind of take from Japanese history and mythology and then make that into like a Souls game with loads of supernatural stuff and whatever. I'm not expecting supernatural things in Ghost of Tsushima. I think that'll be a drama, an action drama.
Yeah.
But that was the game I was most hyped about, more than Shadows Die Twice, actually. So
You're wrong.
Am I wrong since I'm more hyped? Sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Well, So, any questions in the chat that are video game related? I expect Japanese mythology. I would love that Ghost. I would love Ghost of Tsushima. I would love if that was kind of really realistic. There was no supernatural.
It does seem to be, doesn't it? Like, was there any?
I don't think we saw
Like, you were killing normal guys. It wasn't demons or anything like that, was it?
Yeah. But I think Ghost of Tsushima as well going for it. I mean, Sekiro is stunning. Neo doesn't really go for that kind of look, but yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is going to be one of those where you just want to take loads of photos. I bet there'll be photo mode in that one.
Oh yeah.
Astral says, when are you all going to play Dead by Daylight? I actually have a sound clip from for that, Astral. There we go. So that's when we'll be playing it.
Nice. Never.
Do you think an Alan Wake remaster could be near? Do people care about it?
Alan Wake again.
Yeah. No. All right, Jordan. There. Any idea?
I seriously don't remember.
No. Does anybody care enough
play
for
on
one?
Steam.
Yeah.
It's the game that won't go away.
Mhm.
No, I don't. No, I don't think you will. There you go.
Yeah. Baltimore asks the question.
Should we? Do we want it?
No.
Oh, okay, great.
Baltimore says, "What do you think about Apple announcing a gaming subscription service on Monday? Are they?
They have got
I
a
don't
conference coming up. Yeah.
Oh, I've heard Walmart are doing a gaming subscription, online streaming subscription. Did you hear about that?
I did. Is it going to be streaming though, or is it just going to be like, you rent games from us or something weird? Like have Walmart got the infrastructure? I could be wrong.
I don't know.
They
Isn't
have
it a supermarket?
everything.
That's Asda, isn't it?
I know, but
They're not a supermarket. They're super human.
Mm.
It's like amazing.
But they said, like, but if Apple was mobile gaming though, if it was mobile gaming, then isn't pretty much every mobile game free anyway? And it's all kind of, buy to get coins and stuff. Yeah. And
I want a McDonald's subscription.
Yeah.
yeah, me too.
Me too. Do you guys know Shenmue? I've heard of it. I've seen a bit of it. I have no interest in it. Any of you two? Did you play Shenmue?
No.
Shenmue here.
Shenmue.
Played a little bit on OG Xbox. I think it's interesting for his time. I wouldn't really want to play it. I'm not really bothered about the new one, to be honest.
Play Yakuza instead, much better. And finally, final question. John Moy says, is PlayStation Now worth it? Should I make the purchase?
Do the free trial just to see how cool streaming games is, but I can't imagine you'd want to pay monthly for it. Is it still quite expensive? £10 a month, isn't it?
I have no idea. Yeah, no idea.
And there's one problem with like making a market like that, because it's quite expensive. Only people that are really into the old games would want it, but the people that are really into those games already have it. So I don't really see the market for it. But there's definitely a lot of people like Ben who pays for everything.
Yeah. And don't
There's
play
many of
anything.
them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Generation Zero.
When it comes to PS Now, I would wait, see what happens with like the PS5 announcement, because I think PS Now will go away.
Yeah.
And you'll have a kind of combined PS Plus and streaming service for like a premium tier of the PS Plus thing.
Yeah, stick them together.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
same with Xbox.
Jordan, how do we find you? Oh,
Sorry.
What was that?
That was
Drum roll.
fault.
You'd be lucky to catch me, but come to Twitter, Immortanjord, at me if you will.
yeah. We'll send you some
I was
abuse.
going to say my DMs are open, but I don't think they are.
No,
What's
that's
your
probably a bad
phone
idea.
number?
07730570570.
Nice.
All right. And Mellom, how do we contact you?
I am Mellommannen at YouTube, at Twitter, at Twitch.
Nice. Yeah, you can also follow Jordan. Last time he streamed the Destiny beta. Not Destiny 2 beta, Destiny 1 beta. It's a while ago when Mellom played Minecraft. 2 games out at similar times. All right.
Nice.
You can find me, Biggest Menace, everywhere you want. Stick around. We've got time. We've got some hot BBW action. You enjoy that with some wrestling. And yeah, I'll be back in like 5 minutes once I sort this all out. All right.
It's been a bloody pleasure.
Yeah, we're back tomorrow night anyway, aren't we? Are you joining us tomorrow, Mellom?
I think so.
Yeah, it's midnight. We'll be live. All right.
For the PlayStation 5 announcement.
Yeah, hardly. If it is, I will eat my shoe. Okay. See you later. Bye-bye.
Hi, chat.
Bye.